Hello everyone and welcome back to Atari Vault. Today we're playing Super Breakout because, 3 Breakout games in this collection would not be enough. Why? Oh why? Oh why? 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 Not the actual inclusion of the game, that I get, it's a valid game. You want to make money on one of the best-selling franchises in the world, you of course put out more of them. What I'm asking why about is, why is there an astronaut on the front cover? Can you explain that to me? Can you, game? Do you have a lore? Do you have lore? Yes, you actually have, like, a scenario here. Imagine you're in a one-man space shuttle traveling through the heavens at the speed of light. Well, first of all, you can't go at the speed of light. It's actually impossible if you have any kind of mass whatsoever. Photons go at the speed of light. Nothing else can. Tachyons maybe can go faster than the speed of light, but that's theoretical and not likely. Anyway, you and your tiny ship are totally engulfed in darkness except for the luminance of the occasional passing star. Suddenly, without warning, there's a brilliant flash straight ahead. You check the radar screen. Nothing. Radar? Radar? At the speed of light? Do you not know Einsteinian physics even a little tiny bit? Yeah, you'd expect nothing on the radar screen when you're going faster than the speed of light. You won't be able to see it until you're past it. Pretty soon there's another flash and another. Next thing you know, the flashes have turned into one gigantic force field of some kind and is dead ahead. You check the radar screen, still nothing. Colors of the mysterious force field are so bright they're almost blinding, and they seem to be in layers, but it's possible you've gone totally insane traveling at the speed of light. But the strangest thing is that nothing shows up on the radar screen. What could that mean? Is it possible to travel through this mysterious force field, or will you crash and be destroyed? And what about the layers? If you make through one, can you make through the next and the next? It's decision time. There's only a few seconds to think about it. Turn back or blast ahead and try to make it through the layers of the brightly colored force field. It's up to you. Hold up. How does that explain the ball? It's the total wild hallucinations of a madman, basically. It doesn't even make sense. How does that explain the ball? Are you trying to bounce the ball off your spaceship? What? What? No, I think what happened here is marketing department said, you know what would really sell this game is if we put an astronaut on the cover, because astronauts are big, right? Everyone loves astronauts. It's the 80s. I mean, everyone loves astronauts anyway, because it's 2016. So everyone loves astronauts, period. Astronauts are awesome. They're usually great people. They're, overachievers. They're basically, you should aspire to be an astronaut if you don't know what to do in life, because they're pretty awesome, and you being awesome, and at least being on a path to be awesome, the whole, you try to shoot for the moon, at least you land among the stars. I mean, you'll die a horrible death of oxygen starvation as you do it, but it's going out with a bang, pretty much. So, yeah, they just wanted an excuse to put an astronaut on the cover, and so they came up with this, which doesn't make any logistical sense whatsoever. Okay. So that's just how that is. Oh, and they want the paddle right. So this is probably going to be a mouse game. So I guess I can put my controller away. And game select switch does what? Choose game we should play. 9 game numbers in total. Yeah, okay. And what do they do? So, okay, 1 and 2 are regular Breakout. Okay. 1 is for 1 player, 2 is for 2 players. That's simple, okay. And that's pretty much regular Breakout. That doesn't explain the ball in the lore, but that's fine. That's fine. Game 3 is double Breakout. What the hell is double Breakout? Same as the Breakout playfield, except there are 2 paddles and 2 balls served. Paddles are stacked one on top of the other. Oh, right. Yeah. We played this in the other Breakout version. Okay, yeah, I got you. Maximum score for double Breakout is infinite? I doubt that. You telling me you're using, like, the largest signed integer that's ever been in an Atari game on the Atari 2600? Not bloody likely. Okay, so what is cavity Breakout? Cavity playfield contains slightly lower bricks to make room for 2 cavities, each of which contains a ball. The game begins, the balls bounce inside each cavity but are held captive for the time being while the 3rd ball is served. There are 2 paddles, same as in double. Point values of bricks are the same as the other games. When enough bricks are removed to release the captive ball, each brick is then worth twice its normal amount. If the 3rd ball is freed, bricks are worth triple their normal amount. If any one of the balls is missed, the scoring returns a double point. So you have to keep all 3 balls in play. That's insane, but possibly funny as hell. All right. Progressive. Playfield and progressive is set up somewhat differently. When the game begins, the playfield control contains 4 rows. The point value of the bricks is determined by row number, the same as Breakout. After gameplay begins, the brick walls progress down the bottom of the screen. Okay, that makes sense. As the balls are knocked out and the walls progressively move downward, you paddle new bricks into the playfield at a progressively faster rate. 4 rows of bricks are always separated by 4 rows of blanks. All right. And special progressive bonus: when a brick progresses to the last row at the bottom of the screen, it will stay there for a specified amount of time and then disappear. If you hit such a brick squarely in the center before it disappears, you may receive special bonus points. Yeah, good luck with that. And then children's version, which is regular Breakout, program at a slower rate. Okay, well, I may avail myself of that, but we'll see. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we'll start out with simple 1-player Breakout, right? Seems simple enough. Oh, hold up. The actual D-pad. No, the D-pad doesn't work because it's all about the sticks. You know what? I'm putting down the controller. We're going to play this mouse and keyboard. I'm guessing I press the mouse button, it'll serve the next ball. And that is, in fact, what happened. Whoa, okay. My sensitivity is a little high. How do I shut off my sensitivity? At least it makes sound every time it hits, not just the boop, boop, boop. I was expecting boop, boop sounds. This sounds more like, I don't know, they're trying to do like a MIDI echo type of thing. You sure we're not on children's version? Because this is going really slow. I'm going to regret saying that, aren't I? Almost immediately, probably? No, still doing kind of slow. I mean, this seems easy enough to catch up to. Alright, there you go. Go through there. We take care of all the green blocks first. That'd be kind of ideal, but probably not actually realistic. And there's no reason to actually worry about that at all. I'm kind of curious playing Cavity. I mean, that kind of goes back to... well, every time I talk about Breakout, I can't not talk about Shatter. Shatter is modern-day Breakout with more than 1 ball. Basically, I mean, there's some kind of weird story going on about how you're some kind of robot that's in charge of bouncing balls inside this area for, I guess, making energy, and then you escape. And yeah, it's a weird little narrative that's not really told in words, just in kind of just the setting. But anyway, it's a cool little game. Again, I recommend it because I always say that whenever I'm talking about a Breakout game. This one's moving kind of slow, but I always found Breakout to be kind of a contemplative game. Oh, until, of course, the ball suddenly speeds up for no goddamn reason. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? One thing I'm not seeing, though, is a ball counter. Anyone else seeing a ball counter? There's a 4 and a 1 up there, but I don't know what they do. What do they do? 4 and a 1. I mean, I would expect that to be the number of balls I have left. One of those numbers. I don't know which. It's weird that I do have 2 numbers up there that could be indicating either thing, though. Okay, the ball just sped up a little bit because of the way I hit it. That's unfortunate. Fortunately, it is going to bounce forever. There we go. Oh, no. Why did you suddenly boost speed? That makes no sense. And now 5. Is it 5 because I've lost 5 balls? I think our score went way down. Oh, okay, then we're done. All right. That was easy. Or horrible, depending on how you look at it. Obviously, 2-player Breakout doesn't work. Let's try double. All right. 1-1. I have no idea what that means, but I'll take it. Oh, okay. Never mind. 2-1. Oh, there's 2 balls. I was not expecting that. This is going to be horrible. But it will move at a slightly faster pace. Boing, boing. There you go. Do not underestimate the power of the boing, boing. Okay, somehow I'm still keeping these 2 balls in the air. It's like when I'm juggling, and this has only happened to me like 3 times, maybe. But, you know, when you're juggling, you go, okay, I got this, oh, shit. You know, we're currently at the I got this stage, maybe. Where'd the other ball go? Can I? No, clicking does nothing. I can't drag in the other ball. So apparently I've just lost it forever. Okay, well, that happened. I would expect it to come back eventually, but what do I know? At least the double paddle gives us twice the chance to actually hit the ball. And it doesn't hit the upper paddle if it hits the bottom paddle. So there's no way you can get in your own way. So that's good. But it does make it a little bit easier that we have the double paddle here. Not to mention we don't need to move it all that far in order to actually get a hit. Okay, we're actually doing far better here. Yeah, the double paddle actually saves us here. There's a couple of shots we would have missed. Yep, like that one. Alright. Oh, and we got both of them back. I do like the sounds, though. Oh, now things have sped up and it knows it. Well, we're getting lots of points for no goddamn reason. Why are we getting all these points? Oh, the paddle is also shrunk in size. Is that on purpose? It's got to be on purpose, right? Why'd the paddle shrink in size? Apparently get a hell of a lot of points for those upper ones, though. Okay, somehow that worked. There we go. Okay, so apparently we get from the top. That's just a recipe for lots of points. Oh, come on. Come on. It would have totally hit my paddle there. I call bullshit. Oh, no. No, the yellow balls go away. There's no way. Okay, no problem. No problem. Problem. Actual problem. So last ball. Last set of balls? I don't know how that works. But yeah, the paddle suddenly shrinks when it touches the top of the playfield. That seems like questionable behavior there. But okay. Okay. We actually got a lot farther there than I expected to be. Difficulty does nothing. Okay, game select. Okay, one player cavity. Okay, this is the mode I'm kind of really curious about. Okay, let's go. I also didn't expect to have two paddles here, but that's okay by me. Makes it more likely that I will succeed, I think. Because there's actually a failsafe. We can't move the paddle up or down, obviously, because that would be silly. Alright, well, there's just going to be a long, slow slog as we tear through this, at least until suddenly the ball speeds up for no goddamn reason. So what would be the reason for the ball speeding up? My guess is you hit another color, but obviously hitting the pink one doesn't do anything. At least it doesn't appear to do anything. But hitting the purple, oh, that was just bad. Hitting the purple does, which is weird, right? Why would hitting the purple do something like that? Alright, well, we're almost getting this guy free. We need to keep going in this direction. That is almost enough to free him. That is not going to do it, though. Oh, maybe? Oh, no, okay. I thought maybe he'd be able to get out there, but he totally can't. Don't know why I just assigned a gender to the ball. That doesn't make any sense. Ball doesn't have a gender identity. It is not a person. Or even an animal. You know, animals can have gender identities. It makes total sense when you think about it. Just never really thought about it before. There we go. Now it's out. It's free. It's free. Okay, just gotta keep them staggered. It's the same as juggling, right? Keep them staggered so you don't have to worry about more than one thing at a time. Okay. That's a little fast. That is faster than the game actually wants to draw it. Nope. No. We lost almost all the balls that way. And I can't get any back by one while one is in play. Suppose that's fair, but it means I don't get double or triple points. I was getting triple points briefly there, very briefly. But I don't think I played that well, basically. Okay, so now there's just no way for me to get double points. Alright, I mean, I suppose that's fair. Or triple points, for that matter. That's totally fair. I let the balls go away. Yeah, apparently something about hitting that middle area is just going to make the ball... Oh, no. Anything higher than... Anything purple or higher is going to make the ball go super fast. Okay. Suppose that's how it's always worked. Alright, let's try progressive here. Now, is this also going to be true? Okay, we only have the one paddle. So it says scoring is infinite. What actually happens when you hit 999? I mean, we're not going to find out because I'm not that good. It's just not going to happen, I'm sorry. Also, because even if I was that good, how long would that take? Well, I mean, it's possible you could get like in, not necessarily in progressive mode, but if you get, I don't know, something. If you do, let's say cavity mode, and then you get a lot of triple scores because you're really good about keeping those three balls in the air at all times. Is it possible? Could you actually do it? Could you actually make it 999 in a short amount of time? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, that's purely a theoretical at this point. Purely academic, really. And there's just no way that's going to happen in my time frame right now. It's kind of weird how they all change color when it progresses, right? There we go. That's the kind of score I want to see in the world. Oh, messed up big time. Okay. I'm not sure it actually costs me points when I lose a ball, but it would make sense, right? You lose, like, 4 points when you lose a ball or something. Something to make it harsh. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. Bouncing in the wrong place. I totally bounced in the wrong place there. But yeah, apparently when it hits the next... Yep, there we go. It's up. Oh, I was going to say... Oh, what the hell was that? It was aimed at my paddle with the ball, man. But yeah, okay, you know what? I want to try this mode again. So how would this work with 2 players? I mean, obviously it'd be I wouldn't say competitive game, but no, it'd be a cooperative game, right? Because you're all trying to defeat the force field, or whatever the hell this thing would be. I don't understand how this relates to the lore at all. Oh, man. Yeah, the spaceman on the cover is definitely weird. That's okay. It can be weird. So Breakout, there was actually an Atari game that had like a mini Breakout, like mini game, right? I'm totally blanking on the name of that. But it makes sense that if, you own the rights to the game, either you license it out to other video games, or you find a way to include it in everything. And it's kind of sad that Atari nowadays isn't really the Atari of old. I mean, they bought the name, they bought the rights to a lot of different games, but Atari is not what Atari was in the 80s, obviously. I mean, it was never going to be what it was in the 80s. Just by factor of, the original programmers would have moved on eventually. But even there's nobody remaining from the 80s. I mean, it used to be, was it Infogrames? And then they bought the Atari name and it came with a bunch of stuff and they basically reinvented themselves. Unfortunately, they're not what they used to be. They're not used what they bought the name for, really. But, we can always hope that they're going to get better. They're going to find and breathe new life into the old IPs. It could work. I mean, as far as I know, Shatter is basically... I mean, it is a Breakout clone, but it could have been from Atari. I have no idea. Weird. The ball didn't change speed when it hit that first couple of bricks there. Was that on purpose? Was that a bug? I have no idea. I expected it to move really fast. Oh, maybe once there's the purple bricks? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and of course I messed up. Because that always going to happen. Just, trust that's going to work out that way, and you will never go wrong. Someone puts a bet on it, you absolutely bet that I'm going to screw up. I think that's just how that thing works. Okay. Yeah, children's version, of course. Why not wind up this whole thing with children's version? Let's do it. The ball moves slower. Is that actually going to help me at all? The ball seems to be moving at the same speed. I think what actually happens here is that the ball doesn't speed up when it hits the purple blocks. I think that's the version we're going to see. It would also seem like, you get double speed when it hits the purple blocks and maybe triple speed when it hits the orange blocks. I don't know if that's actually true. The ball's been moving too fast for me to really follow most of the time. Hence, my terrible scores. I actually have not been paying attention to my scores. I know in the original Breakout we got a score around, I don't know, wasn't it like 250? It sounds like a really low score, but compared to what I'm getting right now, that actually sounds about right. Oh yeah, this is going to take forever, isn't it? Yeah, but see, doing this weird children's version, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I want to say it's dumbing down, but it kind of... I mean, it's giving you the basic idea, right? But it's not letting you develop the skills. Oh, and I totally screwed that up. I don't know, we'll see if the ball actually speeds up when you get the purple. It did not. Okay, so yeah, it just doesn't speed up again. Okay, I mean, I can see the impetus for that. I mean, basically, but all it's teaching the kid is that, you hit the ball, the things bounce, the bricks go away. That's fair, but it doesn't let them get used to the idea of the ball speeding up, or actually, I mean, it gives them the basics, but it also, when they move to the real version of the game, aren't they going to feel a little bit cheated? Go, hey, wait a minute, why is the ball suddenly moving super fast? Isn't the game cheating now? I mean, that's the problem, right? You raise up an expectation when you do that type of thing. Also, why did it pass through that green brick? That didn't make any sense to me at all. I just was too distracted by the green brick problem to worry about where the ball was going. So I'm still going to screw this up. This is going to be embarrassing. But this is like, what? It's the 4th time? I think it's the 4th time we played Breakout in this series. Is Atari reaching? Now, that's an interesting question. I totally screwed that up. I think a little bit. There's definitely a feeling of that they wanted to pad out the number of games in this collection. Now, is the game still worth the asking price? I think so. I think it's still missing some obvious games. You know, I mentioned before, Joust, Dig Dug, etc., etc. Load Runner. I don't know if Load Runner was actually on the Atari. Maybe not. Pitfall. You know, games like that. But those have all been sold off. You know, Atari doesn't have a choice there. So then what are they going to do? Well, I mean, they still have the rights to a bunch of really good games. So releasing them all in an emulated form, sure, why not? I mean, any Atari games, any arcade cabinet games, any console games you still have the rights to, and you can release on an emulator, why not? I mean, Nintendo did it. Their little tiny Nintendo Entertainment System. And, you know, there's a lot of people saying, yeah, this is great, let's totally do this. Not that we weren't already doing it already with, like, the Ouya, you know? And then the Ouya also does Super Nintendo games. People saying, okay, you know, well, if Nintendo steps up, sure, why not? So, you know, if Nintendo's allowed to do, you know, a collection of 30 games for $60, I mean, it also includes the console to play it on. So, you know, it's not totally just, you know, $2 a game. But, you know, they're not all winners in that collection either. So, yes, okay, there are some obvious cash grabs here that I think we can judge the original Atari for initially, you know? Was there really another need for yet another version of Breakout? I don't think so. I think Atari at the time, totally reaching. Totally saying, you know what, we need the cash. We need something, and Breakout's really popular, why don't we go ahead and do that? Okay, yeah, I can understand it. I mean, you know, in the modern day, we've had how many Madden games now? How many versions of Assassin's Creed that totally overstayed their welcome? How many versions of who knows how many other franchises? We're never going to hit another thing again, are we? That's currently how it's looking out. Yeah, so, you know, I can understand that, you know, marketing has always been marketing, saying, you know what really sold really well? Game A. Let's go ahead and make a dozen more of that. Okay, I mean, it's a safe bet. It's kind of boring and makes stagnation happen, but sure, you know, let's do it. What the hell? It's a guaranteed revenue stream. So, in that respect, yeah, okay, Atari was reaching, but also, I mean, they're kind of right. I mean, a lot of people don't like new things. And you've got to pattern to those people as well as to the people who do like new things. And, okay, that was just horrible. So this is going to be a last ball. So yeah, you do what you got to do, right? Do what you got to do to survive in this horrible economy. And it was a horrible economy even back in the 80s, okay? Let's not... I mean, granted, things have gotten better and then worse. And why, I won't even dare to speculate. But, you know, economies are bad all over. That was a weird bounce, and I don't think it should have bounced the way it did. That was very strange. This is just going to last forever, apparently. So, you know, get ready for that. But yeah, I don't think the blame is solely on the people who compiled the Atari Vault. Though there are some weird inclusions of the prototype games. It's like, really? You decided to include this? But I guess, you know, if you're going for a round number, and, I mean, it's not really 100, I think it's 101. I don't actually know. I think the marketing blurb says 101 games. But really, I mean, that's something like marketing would come up with, saying, okay, we're going to do 101 games emulated. It'd be fantastic. And it comes out to be, you know, we don't actually have the rights to a lot of the really popular ones. We do have all this legacy code from, the games that never actually made it. What I'm really curious about is why no ET game, I mean, I realize it's pretty much universally reviled as the worst movie tie-in game in history, but I've also never played it, and I was a little curious to see if it would be on this collection, and apparently it's not. But I still would have been really curious. And there's something to just, playing a horrible game. This is going to take me forever. Okay, there we go. There we go. I lost. I'm going to say that was on purpose. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been, what is this? Super Breakout? Is that what we're calling this now? This is, in fact, Super Breakout. All right, this is Super Breakout Astronaut Man in the Atari Vault. I'm Peace Universe, you're Peace Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.